Hey, how are you guys? Are you well?
Fine.
Yeah, really good. I'm really good.
We are very happy to have you here for this 22nd edition of the DJ Awards.
Yeah.
And congratulations for your nomination in a breakthrough category.
Yes, man. It's a really big honor. You know, like coming from South Africa, I've been coming to the island since 2009, and like not even in like like, you know, when you come to the island as a DJ and you sit here and you're like in the clubs and you're like, what do I need to do to play here, you know? And I only figured it out like 10 years later that just be yourself, just make the music that you like, the music that inspires you, and yeah, here we are.
Great. This year's theme is no more plastic.
Yes.
Would you like to say a few words about that?
Yeah, I mean, like, human beings don't think, you know, and when you start to think, you start to question, like, if the earth wasn't here, where would we be, you know? So like, we're trying to figure out solutions for every single thing in the world except for like how to look after the earth and to look after us. And the reality is that, like, yeah, we can have cool apps that can give us answers to all the questions that we have, but like, we don't look after the earth. So let's start by looking after the earth, because with no earth,
there's
no
human,
us,
right?
you know what I mean? So like, yeah, like, let's start to think, like, and that basically goes with every single person in their own space, just asking themselves that, like what I eat, where does it come from? What I'm wearing, where does it come from? The things that I use on a daily basis, where do they come from, and how do those impact the earth and impact my surroundings, you know? Like, I think a lot of people want to have children, and it's like, if the earth is like this today, what's it going to be like when your kids are older? So it's like, let's just think. I think if we start by thinking,
it's a good start.
Yeah, it's a very good start. Yeah.
Well, regarding this theme and our own concept, we'd like to ask you, what connection can you find between electronic music and nature?
Wow, that's so for me, electronic music ties in with nature. Like, if you can hear that noise right now, like, I can use that on a song.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just like human beings speaking in the background. Now, what more, like, when you're in the bushes and you tap a tree, like, that's percussion. You know, when you hear the streams, that's white noise. You know, so like, every single element that is used in an electronic song is found somewhere in nature.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's better than what your computer gives out. Yeah. Because it's unique. Like, if I record this sample of the water running through the stream and crashing on a rock, like, for that moment in time, it's the most unique sound in the world, and you can't repeat it. Whereas if you go on a computer, this hi-hat is always this hi-hat.
Yeah.
This snare is always this snare, and this kick is always this kick. But if you make sounds taken from nature, they, like, every single time they're unique.
It's unique.
Yeah.
Is there is there some specific kind of nature that does inspire you? And would it be more the quiet nature or the battering of elements?
So I like to think a lot. So and where I come from, there's always like vast land to like sit and be able to look out and think. So like, those are the places that I like quiet places where I can sit and look at like look as far as the eye can see. Those are the places that make me happy, and I'm most at peace in. Yeah.
What about excuse me.
No worries.
What about Ibiza? I think you will agree with me if I say that it's a perfect reunion with electronic music and nature. So,
like I said, I've been coming here since 2009, and only in the last 2 years have I experienced what the island is actually about. And like, if you stay away from where all the clubs are and like experience the nature side of the island, it is truly one of the most magical places on planet Earth. I mean, the other day, like my friends were on a yacht, and I was like, guys, I want to go and touch a Svedra. So we like took the yacht and went to go and touch the Svedra rock.
Oh, really?
You know, because I've been to the site to go watch sunset from the cliff a lot of times. And when you look at the rock, it's like very magical and very spiritual, and like going there to go and touch it was like a defining moment in my life. And also, if you just take a walk around the nature parts of the islands. The other day I went to one of the old pirate lookouts, like on a hill, and the view that you can see of the island, it's really inspiring to be here.
Yeah, Ibiza is really special for that. And
Yeah,
it's really nice to be here.
Svedra is for you one of the most magical place of the island.
Like second to Africa. Yeah, definitely. Second to Africa, it's like I've been to a lot of places in a lot of countries,
Okay.
and like when you are on the island, like I believe a lot in someone's aura, like your own energy that your body gives out, and like here my energy feels at peace. Yeah.
Okay.
Our own concept into the wild is to produce videos of techno sets into nature without audience.
Wow.
If you had to do such a set, just you in nature, where would that be? Where would you choose to be?
No audience.
On the island,
Not necessarily. It can be anywhere.
it would be in the bush. It would be in the bush. It would be in the bush where there's, like I said, like if I look to my left and I look to my right, there's nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? Like just like I don't know if you like if you go on safari in South Africa, like there's vast land places where there's like no trees, nothing to disturb the eye. So like it just literally like grass. Like I think there, because what vast land allows you to do is it gives you the opportunity to think on a wider point of view without having anything in front of you to distract your thoughts. So that's where I'd want to do it.
Okay,
great.
cool.
Yeah.
One last question. We know it's not always easy to behave ecologically on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But is there one small thing that you like to do every once in a while that makes you feel like you contribute to the ecological movement?
Look, like I said, like thinking, like so. Again, like I like eating at like a lot of healthy places because I'm also like very conscious about my tour schedule and the things that I'm putting in my mouth and in my mind. So like my first preference of going out to a restaurant is like, how do they make their food? How do they prepare it? You know, and like what are they using to make the food? You know, and I think that's what I'm saying. Like as human beings, if we just stop and think and ask ourselves, this car that I'm driving, like how does it work and how does it affect my environment and how does it affect my future? This food that I'm about to eat, how is it made? How does it affect my body? And how does it affect nature? Like you will start having a lot of other questions that you'll be able to answer. And then like, I think when you are able to say, I'm gonna go to that place instead of this place, I'm gonna rather walk than drive. You know, like it helps nature. Yeah.
Are you a good cooker?
No, I don't cook.
And what about the food in South Africa?
Look, South Africa for me has got, because South Africa is like very eclectic as far as like the people and the countries where people come from. It's got a mixture of the world as far as food. So like from a flavor point of view, like South African food is the best food in the world.
Really?
The best food in the world.
You are French and you're there.
No, let me tell you why. Because there are people from France that live in South Africa. There are people from Spain that live in South Africa. There's people from like all around the world that like have moved to, because remember South Africa was colonized by the British and the Dutch, right? So a lot of people and a lot of different nationalities come to live in South Africa. Like when I was growing up, my next door neighbors were Greek, so like obviously like they make Greek food. Some of my friends were Portuguese, so like the South African restaurants and places you go eat, like the flavor and the variety of food that you've got. Yeah, no, you listen. You come to South Africa, I take you personally, and you check out the food.
Great.
Deal.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for answering.
No,
the
thank you so much for
questions.
having me. And like I said, like what you guys are doing is very important because it's opening the conversation for people to think about everything that we're doing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
We wish you the best for the future, for tonight, and for all
Thank
the day
you, man.
after. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much, man. Cool. Woo, it's hot in here, eh?
Yeah.